On the 1st of December, I decided to make a video about a platform called Fourthwall, along with my December goals. And it blew up, like in a good way, in the best way. It went viral, I think, compared to the size of my channel. And also, Fourthwall has been receiving a lot of customer support requests and a lot of signups because you guys are awesome. And there were a lot of questions about that video. So first of all, if you don't know what Fourthwall is, please do not watch this video. You'll be so confused. Go ahead and watch the video that will be linked down below of me talking about them. I think that's the first step. There was also a video on Patreon, a full tutorial on their shop. But following all of your questions on that video and so many DMs and also DMs that Vincent from Fourthwall got, I actually posted, do you guys want me to answer your questions? Like, what questions do you have, to open it for everybody? And there have been, I think, over total like 300-400 people who DM'd me or commented on any kind of platform. So I had a little conversation with Vincent from Fourthwall, which is like an hour and a half. And he also wanted to pop on over and say hello. So for a few seconds of saying hello, take it away, Vincent.
What's going on, everybody? Vince from Fourthwall here, and I just wanted to give a very, very warm welcome to all of you who are new to the platform. Working with May over the past few weeks has been an absolute joy. I spent multiple hours working with her, not only on her site, but fielding questions that you all have had for her. Very, very excited to be able to support all of you, not only as we end this year, but going into next year as well. Again, a big welcome to the Fourthwall family. Looking forward to working with each and every one of you.
Thank you for sending me this clip by that I had to edit a million times because you had a lot of noise from the background. We forgive people. They're not YouTubers. We love them anyway. Oh, wow. Such a meanie. In any case, this is what this video is going to be about. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I introduced Vincent, but I forgot to introduce myself. So, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And this is the Fourthwall Q&A video. Your questions for Fourthwall were, Fourthwall compared to other platforms. A lot of people were asking about Shopify, about PayHip, even about Etsy or Zazzle. Integration questions and domain questions. We have Fourthwall features, including the fact that they do customer support for you. We also had the whole what's going to be with the 2024 payment model, if it's going to cost money, payment and getting paid questions, product and uploading questions, along with sample product questions. We also had questions about the audience requirement. Do you need an audience? Do you need an audience to sign up? Do you need an audience to sell? Marketing and niche questions. And of course, people who ask me, should I use this platform? I will say this before I start answering the questions. The marketing and niche questions will not be answered in this video. There will be a targeted video just for that. I was planning to do a marketing and niche Q&A, and people have submitted questions for that, but a lot of the questions for Fourthwall were marketing and niche, so they will be on a separate video, which will be in a few days, and I hope you understand. Otherwise, this video is going to be really long. And also, the marketing and niche questions are not just for Fourthwall. Let's start with comparing Fourthwall to other platforms, and for that, I need you guys to understand what Fourthwall is. It's a shop builder. It's a shop builder that takes into account the integration of products. So if I have to compare it to shop builders like Shopify or shop builders like WordPress, in those cases, I can use Shopify, WordPress, I think even Squarespace or Wix. Oh, I hate Wix. I can use this, integrate them myself with Printful, with Printify, with Awkward Styles, with whatever I want, and then create the product on Printful, Printify, Awkward Styles, and import it to my shop. If someone buys from me, they pay my shop, and I pay the supplier. When it comes to Fourthwall, things are a little bit different because there are products integrated into Fourthwall. It means I'm not going to go to Printful to design a product. I'm going to go to Fourthwall and design a product literally to my store. It will not appear on my Printful account. It's not connected to my Printful account. And whenever someone makes a purchase, they pay Fourthwall, and then Fourthwall pays me my commission once a month. This is the difference. There are obviously a lot more differences. WordPress is a big and complex and beautiful system that I love so dearly. I am planning to combine my Fourthwall stores with WordPress blogs, but WordPress is a website builder of its own, and so is Shopify. They have more features than Fourthwall for sure because they have apps built just for them. WordPress is open source. It has thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of different apps integrated with it, plugins and themes. So these are different shop builders with different capabilities. Also, you have blogging with Shopify and all that, and Fourthwall is something separate. It does the integration for you. That's it. People asked about comparing it to Teespring and Fine Art America, the shop standalone, as well as Tmall. So in this case, Fine Art America, when you get your own shop, everything you upload also appears on a marketplace. That's a very big difference. Teespring, everything you design is going to your store, and we also have Tmall. The main difference here would be the products. When you're designing for your Fine Art America store, you can only sell products from Fine Art America. You have to adhere to their pricing and to their insane shipping costs, even to the US. But seriously, shipping something from Fine Art America, not to the US, is like $30. It's insane. With Teespring, I have to say, fulfillment in Europe is kind of a glitch. It doesn't always work that well. Some of their product quality has been inconsistent, and I personally do not like their shop builder. However, on Teespring, you can also sell your own digital files, so that is cool too. With Tmall, again, they are the supplier themselves, or they supply themselves. They don't integrate with other companies, and their product selection is lower. Their shop builder, however, is amazing. And I'm not sure if they have a blog or not, but their shop builder is absolutely amazing and their products are top quality. I also got the question to compare this to PayHip. So when it comes to selling digital downloads, if you just want to sell digital downloads, PayHip, I would go with that. With PayHip, you also have the option to have a blog. I'm not really sure about the back code of it when it comes to SEO, and you don't have analytics on PayHip for your incoming traffic if it's not for product, but it is a really good tool. Madetribe.com is using PayHip. I'm super happy about it. I'm not going to move it to Fourthwall. I don't need to. I'm just selling digital downloads or giving freebies of digital downloads. You can also make classes using PayHip, and you can also start memberships. You can also sell your own physical products. However, they do not currently integrate with any print-on-demand supplier, and they don't have print-on-demand products. That is the biggest difference. If you want to sell print-on-demand products and you're conflicted between PayHip or Fourthwall, you should go with Fourthwall because PayHip does not have print-on-demand products. And if you want to sell a combination of print-on-demand products with digital downloads, I would still recommend Fourthwall. If you want to sell printables alone, maybe go with PayHip. Notice that PayHip pays with PayPal and that Fourthwall pays to your bank account. We will be talking about that in a few minutes when we get to these questions. By the way, for those of you who don't know, if we're talking about Etsy, because people also ask me for a comparison for Etsy, so Etsy is a marketplace, Fourthwall is your own shop. That is the biggest difference, for better or for worse. But when we are talking about selling print on demand, in many cases, especially when it comes to Shopify or WordPress, you're going to have your own professional PayPal versus a personal PayPal account. I'm not going to discuss much more on that. I'm not a finance advisor, but I really recommend that more people go into PayPal and literally read the differences between having a business account and a personal account and when you need what, because I know that there are a lot of misconceptions about that. Some people wanted to know how this differs from Zazzle. Again, Zazzle is a marketplace. You design on a marketplace, you're in the marketplace, and you can only use their own products. You can't integrate anything. So that is a very big difference. Now, questions about integrations and domains, because there were a lot of questions about that. One, why did I say one? Nothing here is numbered. Can't integrate with Instagram. There are many reasons why you cannot integrate with Instagram, and as someone who isn't logged into your Instagram and doesn't work for Fourthwall, I literally have no way to help you because I can't see the system. If you can sort of integrate with Instagram, but posts are not appearing, you should know that it takes time for posts to be refreshed. But if you've done everything correctly, you should contact Fourthwall customer support. It's not because I don't want to help you, but I literally do not have access to your own shops and to your shop's code because I shouldn't have, because it's your shops and they're hosted on Fourthwall, and Fourthwall should be the only one that can access your shops. So if you can't integrate Instagram and you've done everything correctly on your end, contact Fourthwall. How do I integrate with Pinterest? And in that case, I've had people asking about the claim, and I've had people asking me about presenting Pinterest the same way that Instagram is featured. So when it comes to the claim, whenever you claim a website from Pinterest, you're going to have to take a little piece of code that Pinterest gives you and put it on your website. Just go to the homepage of your shop builder, add HTML code, and add that code in. That's it. When it comes to actually featuring something from Pinterest on your Fourthwall, it's sort of the same. You need to take that embed code for that board or that pin from Pinterest, and with HTML code, put it on Fourthwall with the shop builder. People asked how they can buy a domain for Fourthwall. You can't. You need to buy your own domain separately and then integrate it with Fourthwall. Now, we did have this issue with PayHip because a lot of people here are non-tech, so they bought their domain from Hostinger, from, I don't know, Bluehost, from GoDaddy, from somewhere else. And now they have to use information given to them from PayHip to go to their hosting provider and domain provider and change the DNS records of that domain. To me, it's pretty simple. I've been doing it for years, but I know that for a lot of people, this is a hassle, and you do not have to do that when you're working with Fourthwall because they work with Entry, which is a very, very simple plugin that connects between your hosting service and domain registration and Fourthwall. Basically, what happened to me, I bought my domain with Hostinger, and then when I went to Fourthwall to start my own domain, to connect my own domain, it opened up an Entry thing. That's the name of the app. I typed in the domain, it recognized that I purchased it from Hostinger, and then right there on that pop-up thing that popped up for me, I had to sign into Hostinger and tell them, yes, I would like to connect this domain to Fourthwall, and that was the entire procedure. I didn't have to change anything. It was the easiest thing I've ever done. The same thing can be done with a subdomain that you own. So for example, if you own the domain, I don't know, mearroyo.com, and you create a subdomain shop.mearroyo.com, when you're doing the entry pop-up connect to your domain, put in the subdomain, not the domain. Note, the domain, not the subdomain, the domain. If you will have anything on that domain, if that domain has a shop on it, if that domain has a website on it, and you integrate it with Fourthwall, you are losing that data, which should not happen with a subdomain. Now, you don't have to have your own domain or subdomain from your own domain. When you want to open your Fourthwall shop, you can just enjoy their free subdomain of Fourthwall. Let's say I open a shop with the name May. The shop name will be may-shop.fourthwall.com. Now, a lot of people ask, how do you change that subdomain? Well, you contact support. I don't think that people should change subdomains so much because if you have links outside of Fourthwall, if you already started marketing, it can be a little bit tricky. But if you made a mistake when you signed up and you didn't realize that's going to be your subdomain name, just contact them. They're really, really nice people. I did get the question, what happens if I started this whole thing with a Fourthwall subdomain? I already started marketing it, and now I switch to my own domain. Will those links still be valid? Yes, because the subdomain of Fourthwall is always going to work. Unless, of course, you then change your subdomain of Fourthwall and change the URLs of everything else. So that should still work. A lot of people have asked how to choose the name of my shop or the name of my domain. I literally waited to make this video after making the shop name video, how to name your business or your shop. So there was a video about that. There will be a link to that one down below. Moving on to Fourthwall features, I don't know how to call it. It's like a general question thing. So who does customer service to your shop? Fourthwall does. For the print-on-demand products, Fourthwall does customer service to your shop. Basically, if you go to your shops, you go to your contact page, there is an automated email address that belongs to Fourthwall that people can contact, and it reaches them. They will have more accurate information with the supplier of what's going on with your product. If you go into your own settings, you can put in your own email if you would like to get things directed to you, which might be the case for things like your own products, because I don't think that Fourthwall can give customer support on products that you yourself shipped, or if you uploaded the wrong file for a digital download product. How returns are managed. I've had people in the group being very angry that Fourthwall doesn't do returns, when in fact, they do. They do returns based on the same rules of every print-on-demand supplier out there. In many countries, you can return anything that you purchased online for practically no reason within 14 days of receiving it. That is not the case with Fourthwall, and that is not the case with Printful, and that is not the case with any of these print-on-demand suppliers because they manufacture the item for you. This is not an item out of stock, and many countries have different laws regarding that. Whether you live in a country that has that law or not, you need to check that for yourself. As for Fourthwall, what they do is that they handle returns if the product is not right. If the product is defected, if the product was broken in the process of shipping, if the product was printed wrong, they either handle a return and give the money back or subsidize the product, not subsidize, replace the product. Basically the same way that you would handle this with Printful and Awkward Styles working with Shopify or Etsy. Someone also asked about how do they handle returns of physical goods that you yourself made, because you can sell your own handmade stuff. Obviously, I don't think they manage returns for that because you're the one shipping it. If you're the one shipping the item, you're the one who's supposed to manage the return policy. You should check your website for the return policy and make sure it reflects what you actually stand for. Now, when you open a Fourthwall shop, you have the automatic terms of service and privacy policy pages. Are they sufficient? I am going to say this in every video where someone is going to ask me a legal question. I am not a lawyer. And since I'm technically a public figure, I am liable for any legal advice I'm going to give. If you know of a YouTuber who's not a tax consultant giving tax advice, who's not an attorney or a lawyer giving legal advice, then they're messing things up for themselves. I cannot tell you if these things are sufficient or not. I cannot. You need to read them. You need to see if they actually reflect what you are doing in your shop. I can tell you that when I read them, I did add a few things, including the fact that because I will have affiliate links on my Fourthwall shop, I did have to disclose that in a disclaimer. So I did add that into my own thing because it's an FTC rule. Whether it's good for you or not, it also depends on what country you're in, what country you're selling to, where your business is located. No way I'm going to answer that. No. Not because I don't want to, but because one, I can't, and two, I'm not allowed to. How does Fourthwall make money? Well, if you go into Printful, for example, because it's one of their suppliers, you will see that you can be a Printful Pro member or Printful Regular. And there is a price difference between these plans. If you choose to pay them a monthly fee or not, you will get discounts on each product. Basically, what Fourthwall does is being a shop builder that is the middleman between us and the supplier. They get better rates from Printful because they are volumed different. They have more clients. So in some cases, your base price is going to be a little bit more than Printful, but in some cases, you actually can't see the difference whether you work with them directly or not. And this is how they make money. They also take percentage if you sell digital downloads and membership. They have a pricing page about that. You should really go and check it out. There will be a link to that one down below. How do I open a second shop? So the link that I have that gives you guys $15 upon sign up, $15 to be used for purchasing your own orders, your own sample orders, your own sample products, just click on that link again. It will open another shop and it will log you into your existing user. It's all that is to it. Whether you should have a second shop or not, that's a totally different question because a second shop means a second brand and all the marketing efforts for that company as well. Is Fourthwall going to have a blogging option in the future? Well, we don't know much about the future. We do know that it's currently not in their pipeline. It's why I recommend having a blog on top of this. I think that combining blogs with pretty much every kind of store is always recommended, and this is what my plan for doing. I didn't get my $15. Okay, so I'm going to have to explain to you something that was explained to me, and it's a technical thing. Fourthwall was not built to make people who want to do print on demand's life easier. It was meant for content creators to be able to make more money by selling print-on-demand merch. Because of that, whenever you sign up to Fourthwall, they assume that you have an audience somewhere, and you sign up using one of these links, whether it's to Twitch or to YouTube or to Instagram. For those of you who placed YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, whatever, when they did sign up, you probably got the $15 for sample orders automatically. For those of you who didn't, this process kind of got lost in the way. But if you just contact customer support, they'll give you those $15. They have been doing it for the first 3 days after that video came up. Vincent, I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry for all the customer support. You guys should have really seen, like, we were speaking for like an hour and a half, I think, when we spoke about like answering these questions. And you guys are amazing. You just, you open so many stores. And yeah, I apologize to Vincent many times for giving him so many support requests. Can I sell with free shipping? Okay, so you cannot, at this moment, sell print-on-demand items that are integrated into Fourthwall with free shipping because they come with their own shipping profile. On Fourthwall, when you ship your own products, however, you do have the option to set up a shipping profile. Right now, it's one. It's going to be more in 2024. Right now, again, one shipping profile. And I sometimes do recommend to do free shipping for your own stuff that you ship and just embody the cost of shipping within the cost of the product. But again, it also depends on where you ship to. When it comes to the print-on-demand, fully integrated, automatically integrated, let's say, items, you cannot offer free shipping. Someone asked if they should choose a shipping profile based on a price or on weight. I don't know. I don't know because maybe you're selling two things in the same price that weigh differently and are in a different size and are going to cost a different amount to ship. I don't know your product. So this is something that you should look into your postal services and your shipping services and make that decision yourselves. Someone said, I want to donate some of my percentage of my earnings to charity. Well, that's amazing. I do that too. There is something in the Jewish tradition called Maser, which literally means 10%. So Every time you make money every month, you donate 10% of your earnings. Most people do more than that. There are people who do 18% because it's the meaning of the word chai, which means alive. And I think I'm doing between 10 and 30% a month. I'm not really sure, but there isn't an automated way to do it. I mean, it's amazing that you want to donate. I just donate separately. Every single month, I just give money to whether it's charities or directly to people in need. It's a beautiful thing that you want to do it. There is no automated way to do it. However, there is an option to add this like little pop-up or like line at the top where you can write that down. Only write down that you're donating if you're actually doing it. Karma speaking. What will my buyer see when he gets the package? So far, I only ordered some sample orders from that were fulfilled with Printful, and I got the same thing that I expected to get. The name of the sender is the name of your shop, which is what I want to see. How is VAT handled in digital items? I don't know. And again, even if I did, I'm not allowed to answer that because I'm not a tax consultant. You can ask Fourthwall. I'm really sorry. I'm really not allowed to answer that question. Moving on to questions about 2024 and about the platform costing money. I do know a lot of people contacted Fourthwall. Fourthwall said that some services will cost money, some won't. I still personally don't know what's going to cost money and what not. Maybe it's still going to be free to open a shop in 2024. They don't know. And it hasn't been finalized yet. It is possible that they will add features that will cost money. It is possible that some features will cost money that are now for free. However, I do know that right now it's free up until 2024 and nothing to pay. And people who start now will not have to pay for the same thing that they're getting now in 2024. Can I add shops in 2024 and stay free? I don't know if you can create more shops on the same user and stay free. And also, they don't know right now. And if you switch from a subdomain to a domain in 2024, will it cost money? From what I was told, it's not in the plan right now. If you already have a shop, it doesn't matter if it has a domain or not when it comes to paying in 2024. Now let's talk about payments and getting paid. Oh wow, this page is long. Why do I need to put my credit card details in order to sell on Fourthwall? Well, you don't. You don't have to put your credit card details to sell on Fourthwall. The place for you to put your credit card details or your payment details is in case you want to offer things like freebies or some kind of, do some kind of contest where you do some kind of giveaway, or if you want to offer a sale that basically takes away your revenue. If you want to do that as a launch tactic or for holidays, feel free to do that, but you will have to put in a payment method because if you're giving away something for free, it needs to be paid for. You can't just give away something for free from Fourthwall and they will pay for it. That is why you need to put your credit card information, but you don't need to put your credit card and payment information if you don't want to do these things. It's not a requirement, I know, because I didn't set it up. How do you get paid? Okay, and this is something that I feel like I had the conversation with Vincent at the first time, and we were also talking about my shop personally. Personally, my bank account and business will have an issue with this. Personally. However, this is a very specific incident, which is why they allow me to get paid with PayPal, which is being paid after everyone else, by the way. When you go to Fourthwall to set up your payment, it opens Stripe. That doesn't mean you need to have a Stripe account. It means that they are using Stripe to pay you to your bank account. In any case, that Stripe is not going to work. They're going to use bill.com and you can contact them for customer support. But the most people that I've seen who did it, I've seen a lot of people outraged, am I not going to get money to PayPal? You're actually going to get money to your bank account, which will make things much easier for you because you don't have to later on pay fees from PayPal to your bank account in order for this money to be available to you. You get paid at the beginning of the month for your profits from the previous month. I got paid, I think, on the 6th or on the 7th because people who have this special billing or, with PayPal, because I cannot do the first option, which pretty much everyone can do. So people who can't do that option, the payment is a little bit after. So I got paid in a delay. So that was the 6th or the 7th of the month, which is still, fine by me. Most companies pay you in the middle of the month. I just got TeePublic yesterday. I woke up this morning and I had 4 emails from TeePublic. Why are they splitting their payment 4 times for one user? I baffles me. If I have 2 shops, do I need to set up billing twice? Yes. You can also set up billings differently. So if, for example, one of the shop is connected to a business that has a business account, you can connect it to that. And your other shop is okay to be paid to your personal account. You can do that. You can connect it to 2 different accounts to the same account, but you're going to have to set it up twice and you're going to get paid twice. You're not going to get paid in one payment for both of these shops because Each and every one of these shops is unique on its own. The settings, all of the settings for both of these shops needs to be done manually twice because it's a different shop. Moving on to questions about products, variety, uploading, and sample orders. Do Fourthwall only work with Printful, and why not just use Printful? So one, they don't just work with Printful. I think they work with Spoke and Knitwear and a bunch of other stuff. If you go to any of their products, you're going to see who fulfills that product. So no, they don't just work with Printful. Why not just work with Printful? One, some of the items on Fourthwall do not exist on Printful. And two, if you want to work with Printful, open your own shop on Etsy, on Shopify, on WordPress, and integrate it with Printful. I chose not to do that because I don't want clients paying me and then me paying Printful. I don't like this method. I've discussed it in many, many videos. I personally don't like it. If you want to work specifically with Printful, if you already have a shop going on, do that. I think that in a lot of cases, everybody's looking to go like, oh, what is better? There is no 100% what is better, unless something has really bad quality. You know, if you're going to tell me what is better for selling to Bulgaria, Printful or Printify, I'm going to say Printful because Printify never arrives here. Sorry, not never, only like 60, 70% of the times. But what I am going to say is that there is no right or wrong. There is something that is better for you and something that is better for me, and those things could be the same and those things could be different. Can I sell items from other print-on-demand providers that are not on Fourthwall? Yes, you can just upload them as a normal product, like a product that you have, and then when an order is being placed, you place that order with the supplier. We've talked about this in a lot of videos because people can just sell print on demand and someone will just pay you from Instagram on PayPal and you'll just make the order for them from that print on demand supplier. I do want to sell something that is not on Fourthwall. Awkward Styles have planners now. There will probably be a video about that because I have a planner on its way and it's the same planner as Zazzle. I don't know if it's the same supplier or whatever, but it's literally the same. They have more notebooks. They have a lot of other cool products that I really want to sell myself, which is why I forced Vincent from Fourthwall and Alex from Awkward Styles to have a conversation because I really want them to integrate too. And in case they do, there will be an amazing video about that. That was a bit of a side note. There are products that are listed as having a minimum required. Why and how do I sign up for them? So some products are going to be made especially, and they're going to be made in templates. For example, the rings that they have that you can sell actual custom ring. When it comes to that process, I really recommend talking to customer support about that because that will be individual. And also, this came up in the conversation with Vincent. If you don't have an existing audience and a reason to sell these specific products, don't. Just start with selling your own products and see if you can before taking that investment. That is also my advice. How can I sell my marketplace items on Fourthwall? One, you can present that item, charge for that item as an item that you set up that you have, and then create that order from the marketplace. I don't think it's smart because if someone is going to go to your shop and order from you and then get a TeePublic t-shirt, that might not be such a good case. What I did in my case, for example, with my Society 6 store, is that on my About page at the bottom, there is also a link to check out some of my Society 6 products. That's it. I feel like in this place, I need to explain that what I'm going to do, because I am selling on different marketplaces, whether it's with my current project or with a different one, most of these things are going to be in a blog. Most of these are going to be inside a blog. And even if you don't have a blog, you can put it on your link in bio page for some products from TeePublic and some products from Fourthwall or, I don't know, from any other platform. I do not recommend putting your marketplace items on your Fourthwall store because they will arrive branded from that marketplace and the buyer might not understand what's going on. Hey guys, May the editor here. Different sound from my phone. I realized that I forgot to mention one of the questions, like to answer one of the questions that you guys have asked the most, which is about the personalized products. Can you sell personalized products on Fourthwall? Now, there are personalized products, for example, on Zazzle, when the customer just goes in and personalize whatever they want themselves. And there is, for example, if you're selling on Shopify or Etsy, a way for you to set up the product so it doesn't get fulfilled right away. The person has to email you or send you the details first, and then you upload a different file. This option is not available on Fourthwall. However, you can sell personalized items by creating your own item, by basically making like upload my own item. And then when the client purchases that item, you contact them, you get their personalization request. There should be also like a note right there on the order for them to fill out whatever they want. And you then make that item and ship it to them, basically as maybe a test order or something like that, a sample order, and you ship it directly to the client that way. You should, however, remember the pricing in this case, and that the shipping profile of the initial print-on-demand product will not be set automatically. If that sounds too complex for you, just start without selling these things. I really honestly think that a lot of people are focusing on, oh, I have to do everything. No, you have to start something, get a niche, get an audience, start rolling, start selling, and then focus on the more complex things. That's my opinion. And of course, some of you guys will find this process to be super easy. So go ahead and do that. But that is the way to sell personalized items on Fourthwall, by literally creating a product that you made, that you ship, and then later on making that order manually yourself. Do all items ship worldwide? I think most of them do, but every item that you can see where it ships, and you can see where it ships from based on the specific item. Can I use AI in my product design? Fourthwall is not a marketplace. A marketplace can tell you sell this or don't sell this based on what we believe in. So for example, Etsy, not really enforcing it, is a place for handmade items. So if you didn't actually make that item and you sourced it from China, you're not supposed to be selling it. But Fourthwall is your shop. You can sell whatever you want. And if you want to sell art, whether it's print on demand or physical, made with AI, go for it. However, do not infringe on other laws with your work. So if you're going to AI design Mickey Mouse, you can't sell it, not because Fourthwall said you can't, but because Disney did. And I also know that a lot of people have been talking to me about the jewelry, the jewelry cards, more to say. So Awkward Styles and Shine On and all of them having really big issues with Etsy, which I can totally understand because you didn't actually make the product. And based on Etsy's rules, getting a product that you outsourced from somewhere and only designing the packaging of it is not considered handmade. Can you sell that on Fourthwall? Technically, yes. Well, legally, yes, because they don't care what you sell as long as it's not illegal. However, they currently don't integrate with anyone who's selling these kinds of jewelry. So Vincent, Awkward Styles is selling really nice jewelry cards. Can you please integrate with them? And Alex from Awkward Styles, if you're watching this, please integrate with Fourthwall. You guys have in your hands the opportunity to make my life so much better. So please do it. Please. Please. When I design an item, I can see a mock-up, but it doesn't appear on the listing on the page after, like when I'm listing the page. This has happened to me in several products. I'm actually trying to remember which ones because I was talking about this with Vincent and then I couldn't find it. But what I do on the stage of the mock-ups in general, like whenever you're designing a product and you can see the mock-up of it, I just download all of them just so I can have them regardless. So I can have them like, you know, for social media or for something else. And then if they don't appear on the listing stage, I re-upload them because you can upload your own mock-ups. You can also, when this happens, take a screenshot, note what product I was, and send it to customer support. I will do that the next time it happens to me. There's still a lot of kinks in the system. There will always be bugs to fix in any system. Can I sell bundles of items that I have purchased? For example, let's say I go to a store, I buy a lot of notebooks, I also buy a lot of pencils, I buy a lot of pens, I buy a lot of stickers, and I want to create this kind of like, I don't know, journaling kit for someone. Yes, I can do that because reselling is allowed because this is your own shop and you can sell whatever you want. Someone commented that designing the products should be in CMYK. The majority of the products that I purchased, not majority, all of them, I only design with RGB. I only design with RGB. That's my thing. I hate designing with CMYK. So I design with RGB. It works for me. I actually wanted to have some products to show you here, but they're not here. I did show you my blanket in the previous video, and there will be more Fourthwall reviews when it comes to the products. I actually made a test order for embroidery products. So that should be an interesting video, whether you want to choose it from Fourthwall or from Printful. But from what I've done, everything was with RGB and it came in really, really good quality. There was no issue in that. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to try to run on the screen, like I'm going to split myself and show you guys some products that I got. And yeah, none of them were with any other technique. They're all with RGB, not with CMYK, and the quality came really, really nice, and I'm really happy. What kind of digital files can I sell with Fourthwall? Any kind. Music files, video files, you can sell printables, you can sell SVGs, whatever file you want, everything that people can download. Coloring pages, is it better on Etsy? Again, is it better for you? I mean, I feel like I have to say this because everybody keeps going to ask these questions, because it comes from the point of, if I'm on a marketplace, I don't have to do my own marketing. But you should know that the majority of people who are currently on a marketplace of any kind are not selling anything, because they don't do their own marketing, and the marketplace kind of ignores you if you don't have existing sales. So I do think that you should be doing your own marketing. If you do your own marketing and you take yourself seriously, put it only on Fourthwall. If you want to get started with Etsy, start with Etsy. Maybe do both. Maybe that could be a really cool idea too. I think coloring pages is a great thing to integrate with YouTube and Twitch and whatever, and just make, just color it yourself as a way to get people to buy the coloring page. You can also market it with coloring communities. And yeah, maybe you should have an artist shop for yourself if you're selling your own printable coloring pages. You can also, I think, fairly easily integrate with Fourthwall and create coloring wall art, like print on demand coloring posters of some kind. So that could be a good idea. But again, I don't know what's best for you, because I'm not you. Personally, I don't know if you've noticed, I haven't made a video about Etsy in a very long time, and that's because they've been doing such a mess with sellers that I generally stopped recommending them. Someone asked me, will I be selling printables on Fourthwall? So first of all, for a future project that I'm thinking about, I probably will be selling printables. It's actually a new, not a new shiny thing syndrome. It's a old shiny thing syndrome, is when you look at a project you had a long time ago and go like, why did I leave that project? It was so good. Oh my God, I should really make a video about the old shiny new thing syndrome, the shiny old thing syndrome. Oh, this is so confusing. Definitely that will contain printables, and also maybe for my main shop now, I might have some printable wall art and even like printable like PDF books of some kind based on my topic, which is my faith. How to decide what my collections are. I like to take collections and make them based on product hierarchy, and topic. So let's, for example, say you have a shop that is about kawaii stuff, and you design a bunch of cool kawaii designs, and you do phone cases and pillows and stickers and lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. So your stickers will be under the collection of stickers. If you have notebooks, under the collection of notebook. But I would also create a collection of stationery and put all of them in that. And on top of that, let's say one of them is an owl kawaii thing, one of them is a llama, one of them is a cow. I will make separate collections based on the design type, like owl kawaii, cow kawaii, and llama kawaii. That's how personally I like to look at the collections that I'm doing. I think I was talking a lot more about that and collections on the Patreon video, because I did a full Fourthwall shop, how to, build the Fourthwall shop from start to finish over on Patreon. But collections is up to you. I do like to do, again, product hierarchy, and design style. In my shop, for example, right now, I would have like hoodies, tank tops, t-shirts, all under apparel. But I also have a collection that's called Chai merch, because Chai means alive, so everything that has a design with Chai goes to that one. I also have designs based on holidays, so while I will have Hanukkah stickers and Rosh Hashanah stickers on stickers and stationery, they will also be on the Hanukkah collection and on the Rosh Hashanah collection. Why was that so hard for me to remember that? How many items should I upload to set up my shop and launch it? As many items as you want. If you want to start your shop with 10 items, with 100 items, go for it. There is no formula to make money versus volume of products. This is not a marketplace, and even on marketplaces, it doesn't actually work. And I want to take you with that to something like, for example, for KDP. I know so many people who don't make money when they upload thousands of notebooks to KDP versus authors who actually wrote a book, or illustrators that illustrated a book, that make a lot of money from one product. I think it's all about the marketing. It's all about your niche. If your niche only has one product to sell, or 2 products, or 3, go for it. I don't think that the more the merrier is always the thing. I think that you should start by having an audience, starting to talk to your audience, having a very few products, and then constantly launch new products. But don't make the products more important than the marketing. Again, full marketing video, just about marketing. Can I lose money if I start a discount sale or a giveaway? Yes. If your items get you 20% revenue and you give someone 25% discount, then you will lose money. That's what the payment is for. Whether it's a smart thing to do or not, it's totally up to you. Some people do it for repeat customers because they want to get customers in. Some people do it when people follow them on Instagram or something. It's totally up to you. It's a marketing tactic, whether you want to do it or not. But yes, if you make a big sale, you can lose money. Should I order my own test products? I would say yes. One, to test them out, to see if they're good before you start launching a full business and marketing all of them. And two, because when you have your own products, it's really easy to market them. It's much easier because, and especially if this is a niche that you're actually, using and that it's in your life, you don't have to constantly put up mock-ups and stuff like that because you are actually using it and uploading photos and videos from your own life. This is something that I'm doing, that I'm starting to do with my project, and I will do again with my other project. With my other project, I will not be ordering as much probably for myself because I already test some of the quality of these, and I don't need all that amount of products. But I do think that this is important to have your own products. If you can't afford it, you can afford it, so don't do it now. You can watch my product review videos. There will be more product review videos coming up. I still need to make my big product review video because I have I think over 100 products that I have not featured on this channel yet that are in my house. Also, you have the $15 sign up for sample orders and another $15 if you sign up for their Discord. So that is a nice little incentive to order your own items. I do know that one of you guys who's a viewer who has become a really close friend of mine will probably be here around January. She also is launching her Fourthwall store, and we will be ordering some of her products, and I think we will have a photo shoot day. And when I mean photo shoot day, I don't mean just for her, I mean also for you guys to see how we take photos of products in real life for marketing. As for those of you who don't want to obviously order every single item that they want, but they don't want to just, have fourth wall mockups, I really recommend using mockups from Placeit. There will be a video about Placeit in the next few days, I think, before the month's end. And we do have 15% discount for viewers of this channel for Placeit, 15% off your first billing. So if you go with a monthly plan, the first month is 15% off. If you go for a yearly plan, the first year is 15% off. There is a link to that down below. It's a new thing. I've spoken to Placeit and I'm spoiling it myself. I wanted to present it in such a different way. Anyway, I spoiled myself a little bit, but yeah, there's a video about Placeit coming up with that discount. But if you already want to start using them, there is already a discount with a link down below. How should I price my items? Well, I would say not at a loss, first and foremost. And second of all, I don't know. I mean, some people can say, oh, the base price of this all over print hoodie is $40-something and it says to sell for $65. No, it is too much. I know people who will pay $150 if the hoodie is just right. I know people who will pay for wall art insane amount of money. So it really does depend on what you're selling and knowing your audience. I don't recommend pricing yourself too low because if you are doing your own marketing, you want to get paid when you make a sale. I know that I'm pricing myself relatively low. I mean, I sold a bunch of t-shirts for $16 or $15 and I made $6 or $7 myself. I still made a nice cut and more than I would have made on TeePublic, and my shop is priced a little bit lower. I don't know what I'm going to do with my other shop, but I do know that there are people who will pay you at any level. And if you think that these prices are too expensive and why would anyone buy from them? Yeah, okay. People can just buy on AliExpress and Amazon and they don't need print on demand. And I really recommend you stay away from that mindset because if you have that mindset, either sell printables or don't sell it because your mindset will get into your head. The fact is that people will pay for these things, especially if they're unique and they cannot be found anywhere else, which is what print on demand is supposed to be about and was supposed to be about. And I should really make a video about the nonsense that I've been hearing online about print on demand. Do you guys want print on demand lies? Like people telling me, should I quit my job to start print on demand because some YouTuber told them? If you guys want that video, let me know in the comments. By the way, I've been talking for like an hour. I don't know if how much time was edited out. But if you like this video so far, please hit the like button down below because every time you do that, YouTube thinks, hey, this is a cool video. I'm going to show it to more people and genuinely makes me happy when you like my videos and when you comment on them. Moving on, there aren't many tutorials on Fourthwall. What if I don't know how to do something and I can't find the answer? Well, there are also not many tutorials about Clip Studio Paint and I managed. And the thing is that, again, this is about design. If you want to know how to design a t-shirt, obviously you don't need to watch a Fourthwall tutorial. You need to watch like a tutorial on how to design a t-shirt. Their products are basically, again, almost the same as Printful. They do have the knitwear products where it's fully knitted. This is something that I want to dive deeper into with Vincent once you guys will stop calling every day for customer support. Love you. Never mind. But this is something that I want to take a deeper dive in with him. And yes, they might not have a lot of tutorials online, but do you remember my favorite game? What does this button do? Play that. Just go into the store, start clicking about stuff, start figuring it out. Promise you guys, it's not that difficult. And if it is that difficult and you're just starting out and everything just looks so hard for you and you can't crack that and you're just starting to think about designing and marketing, maybe it's not for you. Maybe it's not for now. There is a learning curve for everything and there is a time for everything. And if you find the whole concept of even approaching this to be difficult from the get-go, especially when you're going to have to also learn marketing, if you don't know any marketing, then I would recommend starting from Marketplace and learning marketing first. If you've already learned marketing, I don't think that there will be anything too difficult with the platform once you just click on buttons and see what they do. And again, on Patreon, there is a full video on how to set up the store from start to finish. But I also raised this question with Fourthwall. They do have a YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check that out. They're linked, they're literally tagged in the description of this video. And maybe just ask them also for more Fourthwall tutorials. I will be making more. I will be making more. I was looking into making a video about how to upload a digital download product and all that. So there will be more tutorials and they will also be combined with my content in 2024 because this is one of the platforms that I'm running with. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. If you're zero tech and you don't know how to do marketing, go to a marketplace, start uploading, learn marketing, use the marketplace to learn marketing. If you already know marketing and your tech skills are kind of low, you can work with Fourthwall, you'll be fine. And if there is something crucial that you have to have in your shop that you can't do, that you can't figure out how to do, contact them. It's their platform, they're in charge of customer support, and they are amazing at customer support, and they're super nice people. Questions about audience requirements. Do you need an audience to sign up? No. There were these kind of requirements for the size of the audience. And usually Fourthwall was also manually approving creators to join the platform. For the holiday season, they dropped the manual choosing, like the manual screening of creators they work with because they got too many support tickets and anyone can just open a store now. And they're not planning on raising that back up anytime soon, as far as I know. You do not need to have an existing audience to start selling or to sign up and start selling on Fourthwall. However, people also ask, do I need an audience to sell? Obviously, if you already have an audience and they're waiting for you to open a store and you open a store, your sales are going to be much easier. And I've had people telling me, of course I like them because I already have an audience. Well, guess what? I don't. I don't have an audience for the niche that I opened. I opened a store in a niche that has nothing to do with this channel, that I have no audience for, no Instagram for, and started from scratch. I already made a few sales, mostly from Facebook groups, from placing links in relevant Facebook groups. And you don't have to have your own audience. It is important to have to make more sales, as in any type of business online, whether it's on a marketplace or not. But you don't have to have a large audience as well. I can tell you the same thing, for example, with YouTube, that there are channels that are twice my size and I make more money than them because my audience watches more of my videos than their audience watches theirs. It doesn't just matter how many people follow you. It matters how much people like you and want to engage with your content and willing to buy your stuff. Whether in this case, it's willing to listen to my advice and get a Repper membership, for example, or buy my own, the clip art that I'm making that I'm selling on the Maytribe shop, or in the case of having a print-on-demand store, if you have people who like what you sell, they're your true audience and they buy it. Because when you're niche down, and I feel like people don't really realize it, you can start seeing people buying a lot of things from your store. Because if you're selling really unique patterns of cows, yes, are always on my mind. You might see people coming in and buying a lot of it. I remember it in the time that I sold Mahjong stuff on Redbubble. People went nuts. I would sell so many items to someone because they would like buy every Mahjong thing that I have because there are not many Mahjong things there. Same with TeePublic right now in my puzzle niche, by the way. Now, this is the part where I was supposed to talk about your marketing questions or marketing and niching down. The thing is, again, there is going to be a marketing and niching down video, like a Q&A just for that. So every person that asks me a question about marketing or niching down relating to the Fourthwall Q&A, that will be answered in that video. Sorry, but literally I cannot film longer than this. And I do think that a lot of your questions about marketing and niching down are relevant to more people than just people who want to do something with Fourthwall. The last question I'm going to answer is, should I open my store with Fourthwall or not? I don't know. To tell you yes will be irresponsible. I don't know what you want to sell. If you want to sell printable coloring pages and KDP books, maybe don't go with Fourthwall. I mean, I see the value in it because it's the added value of print on demand. And maybe I should give you Misho as an example because he was in the process of opening a PayHip store to sell his own code. He's a developer and he has his own code. He also has a YouTube channel about coding. And I told him, you know what? Fourthwall is much better for you because you can sell that code as a digital file along with t-shirts for coders, like Will Code for Beer, which he also has. But that is the case for him. I see it like this. If you do not want to handle the hassle of payments with a print-on-demand provider and you find the items from print-on-demand that you like on Fourthwall, go with Fourthwall. If you find the task of opening a Shopify store or a WooCommerce store too exhausting, go with Fourthwall. If you just want to sell printables and you want to have your own blog on your own shop, go with PayHip. If you want to sell eco-friendly T-Mill items, go with T-Mill. If you want to sell on Zazzle, go with Zazzle. It's really a personal thing. And if you want me to help you make that decision, give me that information. So if you want to have me help you decide, feel free to comment down below your actual situation. I want to be selling these types of items for this niche. This is where I'm from. This is how what payment providers I can work with. And then we can look into whether you should or shouldn't open a Fourthwall store, because I cannot look into the camera and say, yes, you should all have a Fourthwall shop, or no, Fourthwall is not good for you, because I don't know your individual cases. And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm always bumming people out for refusing to give answers, but legal reasons and obviously like professional reasons, yeah, not going to do that. In any case, this hour and a half of filming was very long and I am parched and I want to drink and I want to go look at the snow outside because it's so pretty. Aw, I'm taking a video of literally what I see from my window. Let me just move this a bit. This is what I'm looking at when I'm filming. What you see, like that big thing, is my treadmill. I have a treadmill. And this is how the outside looks from the window. It's insane. Okay. So, I had an amazing time with you guys today. I hope that you got your question answered. And again, we will have the marketing Q&A in a few days. And I'm reminding you that we started having a Place It discount for viewers of this channel. And of course, that I made a video a few days ago about how to find a name for your business, your shop, your domain, whatever. It has all my techniques and a bunch of tips for me on how to actually create a brand name, because I think that this is a very important topic that almost no one seems to be talking about. And it's actually a very important topic. And I really recommend you watch that video next. But with that being said, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!